Having an event about college and career entry in Central Texas. What happens to students beyond high school? So we took a cohort of ninth grade students all across the region and looked at, did they graduate on time? What employment did they have after graduation? Did they go straight into some sort of post-secondary institution? If they got a credential, how did that impact their earnings? How did that impact their job opportunities? We know that our state has put a goal that we need to have 60% of young adults have a college credential by 2030 because we expect 2/3 of the jobs to require a college credential, but just half of our students have that today. So we really need to understand, how do we find more pathways to some post-secondary credential for all of our students. E3 Alliance is a regional nonprofit. We work with institutions of education like the University of Texas, Houston-Tillotson University, higher ed institutions across the region, as well as school districts, as well as nonprofits and businesses in the education space, to say, how do we work together to systemically align our work to create higher outcomes for students. It's not just about one school or one principal or one college. It's how do we all work together to create a system that better serves our students so that they can all learn. Founded over 12 years ago here in Central Texas. We're hosting our event this morning at the University of Texas at Austin, who's one of our founding partners. This event is so important because we have to develop a college-going culture across our region. Today, our enrollment numbers in college are flat, yet we predict that 2/3 of all jobs in the next 2 decades will require some post-secondary credential. We have to help every student, no matter what their zip code, what their school, what household they come from, to understand that they can have a pathway to some post-secondary credential. Equity is a critical issue for our region. The good news is, at high school graduation, we've drastically closed the gaps between our low-income and not low-income students, between our African American, and Hispanic, and Black and Asian students, and are achieving uniform levels for even a decade. But that's not enough. What we see is that some post-secondary credential is key to a living wage job, and our college enrollment numbers are flat. And our young men, especially our African American and Hispanic young men, are not reaching college the way that they need to in order to get a living wage job. Today's event is about sharing data, because the baseline has to be objective data about what's working, what's not working, but then we have to move beyond that to action. What can we do? What can we do differently? So we will have a wide variety of partners here today, from Workforce Solutions, Capital Area, the Chamber of Commerce, KLRU, school districts, institutions of higher education, nonprofits, all working together to say, what can we do differently to help every student succeed and have an opportunity to get a post-secondary credential? Here's one important thing to know. We often hear, well, college is not for everyone. And there are many paths to success, there's no doubt. But in our region today, for those students who do not have a post-secondary credential, just 12% of them have an opportunity for a living wage job. Just 12%. If we want students of all races, all ethnicities, all income levels, all zip codes to have an opportunity to be successful in life, we need to find pathways as a community to help them succeed.